Almost no one who has heard Wendy Williams' account involving Kevin Hunter has not been horrified by how drastically things have worsened, since Kevin has now come up with even more ridiculous justifications for trying to steal her money. The case has taken on a new twist. Although Wendy has been largely silent on the matter for some time, the host has now made the decision to speak up, and boy, did she make an entrance. However, their child has now entered the fray in all of the drama between the ex-couple, but even that hasn't stopped Wendy from continuing to fire shots at Hunter. So, trust me when I say you won't want to miss any of this story. I won't say much, but if I were you, I wouldn't leave this video till the end. But before I spill anything, make sure first that you subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell for more updates and videos like this. Now, let's jump in. To say that Kevin Hunter's actions have been less than optimum since Wendy's problems became public would be a vast understatement. This man hasn't been holding back in any way. According to a scandalous court document that recently made the news, the star's ex claimed that the star's monthly payments, which were made as part of their divorce settlement, abruptly ceased in February 2022. Since it was reported earlier this year that Wendy had been placed under financial guardianship, Hunter sought the court to force Wendy's guardian to make the payments that are legally required to be made under the MSA and severance agreement. Kevin stated in his filing that he completely depends on the payments made in accordance with their mutual settlement agreement. To note the man's words himself, he said, "I have fallen behind on most of my bills. I currently live in a community that requires payments to the Homeowners Association, and I'm behind on that bill. If the Homeowners Association fees are not paid, a foreclosure will soon follow." Kevin said as he pleaded to the court about the home she shares with his mistress and their love child. The former celebrity manager went on in his statement saying, "My car insurance hasn't been paid as a result of not receiving monthly severance payments. I'm behind on credit card payments because I have no money since the severance payments were suspended." He continued by saying that he had violated the terms of their settlement agreement by refusing to pay compensation when he had done so. In addition to the several urgent financial issues Wendy's ex said he was suffering, he also claimed to be uninsured. The father of two said that because he hasn't received therapy, he needs hip surgery but is unable to pay for it without insurance. He lives with daily pain. He said, "The fact that I am unable to sustain my life and pay my bills in order is extremely important to me. I cannot pay my bills and sustain my day-to-day living cabin." In addition, he said Wendy's guardian had never explained to him why the payments had stopped, but Wendy and her group weren't exactly taking any of his lies. The Wendy Williams show actress has reportedly been paid nothing since October 2021, just 1 month into what would be a complete season of the show continuing without her. This is in response to Kevin's demands and claims of entitlement, according to news reports. For the statement from her attorney on October 15, 2021, plaintiff was informed by Talk WWE that her contract was being suspended and that no compensation shall accrue or be payable to the plaintiff for the duration of the plaintiff's disability and incapacity. The former talk show host's attorney went on to cite the divorce settlement agreement she and Kevin signed back in January 2020. If for any reason plaintiff's contract with Talk WWE is not renewed in or is otherwise suspended, cancelled or terminated, and plaintiff does not have any other television show being aired and paying her an equivalent salary, defendant understands and agrees that all severance payments shall be subject to either termination or modification. Wendy's attorney said in citing the ex's agreement. Wendy's lawyer went on to say that her client has not received a payment from Top WWE since October 2021, and that she is not currently receiving any revenue from any other television program that is currently airing, let alone a wage that is comparable. When Wendy's Fall 2021 season premiered in September, she stopped appearing on her show. Days later, Wendy was admitted to the hospital for a second psychiatric assessment. For the Wendy Williams show, Wendy reportedly made $10 million a year, or $55,000 per episode. However, her issues affected more than just her career. They also had an impact on her income. Let me be the first to tell you that Kevin was aware of all of this, and still dared to keep asking her for money. You see, in January of this year, Wells Fargo reportedly froze her accounts due to suspicions that Wendy was not of sound mind and was possibly the victim of financial financial exploitation, dementia, or improper influence. Wendy had subsequently been put under a financial guardianship, which is why Kevin had mentioned her financial guardian in his testimony to the court. It was later discovered in another exclusive story, but even with how bad things had already been looking for Wendy, it got even worse. The host, who had previously claimed to be sober, reportedly had a number of public episodes before entering rehab treatment for her issues in August of last year. She has struggled greatly with drinking for the past few years. She is struggling with severe drinking problems and critical health problems. She was allegedly receiving treatment for several alcohol misuse during her stint in rehab. According to an insider close to the celebrity, she has had numerous doctors who have told her for years, "If you drink, you'll die." She never really wanted to stop, and the people around her in New York allowed her to keep drinking. According to court documents that news organizations have obtained exclusively, Wendy's issues at the time affected more than just her career and finances. They also had an impact on other aspects of her life, including the lives of her son, Kevin Jr. Wendy's son claimed that he had to leave his Florida university for an entire academic year due to his mother's health problems. Kevin stated in his eviction filings that his mother has always covered the cost of his rent. In his words, "All this happened suddenly, and all the financial support that she has always given me stopped." Kevin said his mother even paid his rent for a full year in advance for his $2 million luxury pad in March of 2021. He went on saying, "When I moved in, my mom, Wendy Hunter, rented an apartment for me, paying for a full year plus security, and added that she intended to purchase the home at the end of the lease. As the lease approached the end, my mom went through some health issues that put the court in control of her finances." Even though his name is on the lease, Kevin Jr. said that his mother was making payments for both legal and medical reasons. Since the one-year lease expired and the court took control of her finances, she has been unable to pay rent for the past month. The sole kid of Wendy claimed to have traveled back and forth between states during the previous few months to check on his mother's health. The 22-year-old added, "Everything happened very quickly and unexpectedly, and I had no idea things would end up like this." Isn't it amazing that Kevin Hunter was still determined to use any means necessary to obtain money from his ex-girlfriend after learning about all of these things that have only surfaced as a result of Wendy's ongoing health and financial issues? Keep in mind that this is the same band who cheated on Wendy when they were married and who is currently wed to the mistress he had at the time. To say that people are angry with Kevin for continuing to demand money from her after everything he did to her and the fact that she was battling for her life would be an understatement. Good thing, many of them at least have already expressed their outrage on social media. One user with the line of thought wrote, "Kevin Hunter is absolutely pathetic. Wendy herself doesn't have access to her own money, but you think you should? Maybe if you didn't contribute to driving her crazy, she would still be capable of working and paying for your lifestyle. Get your mistress Sharina Hudson to work." That's all for today. We hope you enjoyed that video. And if you did, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more videos like this.